Now, please understand the way in which we are going to conduct this particular lab. There is no traditional way of conducting this particular lab. As such, I have asked you to make a group of 4 people and select the vehicle. And you have selected the vehicle, you have made the group. Now, what we have to do, we will be learning each and every topic in the theory, and based on the equations we are going to apply those equations to the vehicle, so that you will come to know that whatever we learn in theory, how it is exactly applicable in the vehicle, let it be any kind of vehicle. But this activity will not only give you an idea about one particular vehicle, but it will also give you some information as to whatever equations, whatever formulae, whatever we learn in the mechanical engineering, whether it is applicable in the field or not. Because most of the time, the students say that whatever we are learning, it is not used in practice, and what is the use of doing this particular kind of mechanical engineering course from VNIT or from any other institution. That is basically the half truth. See, we cannot match the pace of the industry. That is very clear, because the industry, they are into the market because they have to meet the deadlines for the product launch, product design, product development. And there are so many big research and development centers around the world. They are working day and night on the problem. The facilities available with them, they are huge. An education institute cannot do that. For your knowledge, I will tell you that the engine test bed we use in our VNIT lab, and the engine test bed which we used to work in the company, that is very sophisticated engine test bed, whereas we have a very raw type of test bed. First thing, the first hurdle is basically we don't have fund in the institute to buy such a sophisticated, you can say, test bed, because that is not our job. We are not using it every day, so it is basically the dead investment for the institute. Okay, so once we know the basics, then you can always develop upon that, can get some training, and this will be always there. Here, whatever concepts which we are learning in the theory, we will try to implement or try to apply it on the designed vehicle. So that is why I ask that you people should identify the vehicle which is very nearby to you, or if you own the vehicle, nothing like it. Otherwise, if you do not have that vehicle, the other way is just to visit the workshop and just get few dimensions of the vehicle which we are going to need it, okay, in the subsequent practical. Or if you get it from the internet, then nothing like it. So, or if your neighbor or your friend is having that particular vehicle, then you can manage the dimensions of the vehicle from him also. That's not a big deal. So, what exactly we have to do, please try to understand. Okay. So, here we will be discussing only about the four-wheel vehicle, that is preferably car. Okay. Don't take a truck or a bus, or you can say racing car kind of thing. We wanted a vehicle whose specifications are available on the internet. Okay. Now, what you have to do, after selecting the vehicle, the vehicle, first thing is download its specification, either from the manufacturer's site, or there are some magazines, Autocar India, and whatever source may be, but download the specification for your particular model. So the what type of specification you are going to download, so that I will list down, so that you will come to know. So specs of vehicle, okay. So in the specification of the vehicle, The first thing is type of vehicle, whether it is the petrol vehicle or diesel vehicle. But right now, please don't select electric vehicle, electric or hybrid vehicle. Right now, please stay away from these vehicles because we do not know the exact technology and specification. Okay, so type of the vehicle, then the who is the manufacturer, capacity of the vehicle, then geometric details as much as possible. That means you can have wheel track, wheelbase, height of the vehicle, location of the CG, then total length of the vehicle, total width of the vehicle, as much as possible. So these are the geometrical specification. For example, height, wheelbase, track, location of CG of the vehicle, turning circle radius. So these are the things we need to get from the sources on the net. Then the third thing we require is the engine specs. In the engine specification, download or try to collect maximum RPM, that is engine RPM, engine power or torque characteristics. We require the maximum torque point. We require this because based on this maximum torque, we are going to design the gearbox input shaft, and we are going to study gearbox as well. So we require this maximum torque point, at which point in the, if you get the engine characteristics curve, so everything will be available with you. Then the idle RPM, how much is the idle RPM? The fourth is the capacity of the engine, capacity of the engine, that is whether it is the engine is 1 liter engine, 2 liter engine, or whatever you say, that we will require. Then we should know that the emission compliance of the vehicle, emission compliance, whether the vehicle is BS4 or BS6 compliant vehicle. So these are the things which we will be requiring for the engine side. And also we know that whether the engine is turbocharged or any other technology which is used in engine. So these are the specification. We'll be looking for the engine and collect as much as possible for the engine specification, the type of the fuel injection system used. So that is also will be helpful, because then I will, at the end of practical, I will show you some video to get to know more about the fuel injection system. So जितना भी पॉसिबल है आप इंजन के स्पेसिफिकेशन कलेक्ट कीजिएगा. Then the fourth one, what we want is the information related to transmission gearbox. So for transmission gearbox, we will require gear ratios, that how many gears are there. Then second is gear shift speeds. That means from first gear when you will shift to the second gear. So what is the vehicle speed at the time of shifting from first gear to second, second to third, third to fourth. So these speeds we will require. Then the third will be maximum vehicle speed. Okay. Then fourth will be, we will require axle ratio. Axle ratio, or this is that ratio in differential, gear ratio in differential basically. That what is the gear ratio in differential. Fifth thing, we will require rolling radius of tire. Rolling radius of tire. All these dimensions we will be requiring throughout the semester for calculation of various parameters of the vehicle. Thereby you will come to know that which vehicle is good, how it performs, what is the acceleration characteristics, or what is the braking characteristics. So all those things. Then regarding tire, we this will come in tire also. So the specification required for tire is the rolling radius. Okay. Then we will require the designation of the tire, which kind of tire it is used, designation of tire. Please collect this data because this is important, because you won't get rolling radius just like that. You type in Google and you get that. That is not the case here. Then type of tire. Type of tire, whether it is radial or bias ply. Second is tube, tire with tube or tubeless. So this data will try to get this. Then the fifth data which we will require is the vehicle auxiliaries and other specification, that is AC system, power steering, variant of vehicle, seating capacity, gross vehicle weight, fuel economy as specified, safety system used in vehicle. So vehicle auxiliaries or other spec. Or it is in between. So variant of the vehicle will require whether that vehicle is getting exported to some other countries or it is only manufactured in the manufactured for the domestic market. Then we will require seating capacity of the vehicle, कि exactly कितने लोग vehicle में बैठते हैं, so that we will come to know that which kind of emission norms are applicable to the vehicle. Then gross vehicle weight. This is important. Gross vehicle weight. This we will require, this particular thing which we will require for designing the suspension system of the vehicle. Then what is the fuel economy? Fuel economy of vehicle claimed by manufacturer. Try to get this. Then safety systems which are there in the vehicle. Safety systems in the vehicle. मान लो उसमें एयर बैग है या एंटी लॉक ब्रेकिंग सिस्टम है, एयर बैग्स है कि नहीं, एंटी लॉक ब्रेकिंग सिस्टम is available there or not. So anybody is having any issue as far as these specifications are concerned? सर इतना आप सब कर सकते हो क्या? इतनी इंफॉर्मेशन, कैन यू कलेक्ट दिस मच इंफॉर्मेशन? Sir, please let me know. Yeah. So, sir, please get this information. Along with this, you get owner's manual. Owner's manual in soft form. Please keep it with yourself. This is available or this is shared by most of the vehicle manufacturer. Now, this is what, see, there is no need to write down all these specification. You can download the data from the internet along with the vehicle photographs as well. So this is sixth point, vehicle फोटोग्राफ. दैट मीन्स ये फ्रंट व्यू में कैसे दिखता है, साइड व्यू में कैसे दिखता है, टॉप व्यू में कैसे दिखता है व्हीकल. So those photographs are also available wherein the dimensions are given. See, you need to download this. One particular group will see whatever vehicle selected. 4 students who have selected one vehicle, they will distribute this work and they will download that, and you can keep those things. Sorry, or collect all the specification in 2 or 3 pages. I don't mind if you have if you do not have the handwritten material for this. सो ये जरूरी नहीं है कि मेरे को हैंड रिटन ही मटेरियल चाहिए, बट वॉट एवर व्हीकल यू सिलेक्ट फॉर दैट व्हीकल, मिनिमम दीज स्पेसिफिकेशंस शुड बी अवेलेबल विथ यू, whether you get it from internet or whether you get it from the manufacturer's site. So that is left to you, but collect this because these things we are going to require for our further practical calculation. Okay, हैव यू अंडरस्टूड दिस? अभी इसमें ये डेटा कलेक्ट करने में कोई परेशानी है? नाउ फॉर दोज जिनके पास व्हीकल्स नहीं है, दे कैन आइडेंटिफाई अ सुटेबल वर्कशॉप नियर बाय टू देयर होम and they can just visit and request this that we are the engineering students and we require some data regarding this. So they will be happy to share. At least I haven't received any complaint from any of the students ki sir ye I am not getting anything and all those things. So you are clever enough to manage these things because we are not asking any confidential information, or this is required because we wanted to carry out basically the calculations. Now is this clear? Shall I move further? We just collected and keep it ready. Okay, but please verify that whether you have got the complete data or not. Sir, should we submit this data to you or should we just collect and keep it? Sir, you have to make the journal. We will have to make the journals and I will ask you to submit this journal at the appropriate time. But please keep on collecting this in the Word file and then I am going to ask you to submit it in the PDF format. So please keep this thing ready. I will tell you at the appropriate time that when you have to submit this. Okay, तो सर ये हो गया, आगे चले क्या? नेक्स्ट क्या करना है हमको? Yeah. So next, what is the data we will require? The now data required for second experiment. I will not call it as experiment, but now we have to do it since this is the lab. So what data we will require? We will require the data, the wheelbase of vehicle, then vehicle track, then pivot center distance and type of steering system used in vehicle. I hope that most of you will have problem in getting this pivot center distance because this is readily not available in the manufacturer's catalog. Am I correct, sir? सर ये pivot center distance आपको मिलेगा नहीं. Wheel base of the vehicle you will get that. Wheel track of the vehicle you will get. Then type of steering system used in vehicle that you may get. I do not know. Then fifth thing what we have to get is the turning circle radius of vehicle. Now please try to get this, whether you get this turning circle radius or not. Okay, because we will require turning circle radius. Correct? So how can you get it this pivot center distance, sir? Now you tell me. Please unmute your mic and speak to me. सर ये pivot center distance अभी कैसे निकालेंगे सर? ये हमको चाहिए सेकंड प्रैक्टिकल के लिए.
Sir, by directly measuring with a scale.
Okay, that is one way. Second, सर आप स्केल से कैसे मेजर करेंगे? सर एनी अदर आइडिया? अभी हमको ये डिस्टेंस निकालना है. Assume that you are working in the company and you wanted to get this distance. How do you get it? You have been assigned the task to find out what is the turning circle of the radius theoretically for all the bits. तो सर दूसरा क्या है, उसका उपाय क्या है? Sir, don't use the scale. Do one thing, you take the long thread and measure the distance by using the thread. Then you take that thread and measure the length of the thread using scale. Then you will get the correct distance. Otherwise, if you use the scale for measuring the turning circle radius or the pivot center distance, then it is going to create the problem, because when you see the pivot center, then you won't have any access for fitting the scale there. There is no space as such. So for this particular pivot center distance, first thing you have to actually see the vehicle and try to see that how you are going to manage to measure the distance of the this distance between the pivot center. Otherwise, the second option is you can go to the workshop whenever that vehicle is mounted on the pit. Then you can get into that with a request and they will allow you to measure the distance, or you can ask the mechanic कि यार इतना सिर्फ मुझे distance तो measure करके दे दे. So he will give you, don't worry about that, but get that distance, because without that distance we are not going to we will not be able to do the calculations for the turning circle radius of the vehicle. Now once you get what you require, what is required for calculations, sir? सर पिवट सेंटर डिस्टेंस आपको मिल गया तो आप क्या करेंगे सर उसका? Please speak out. Sir, what we have to do? once we get this pivot center distance, this is known, wheelbase is known, vehicle track is known, pivot center distance is known. Now what you have to do is that you know that theta max plus phi max is equal to 70 degrees. You assume this. Here in this, theta max is greater than phi max. Is it true? This we have to yeah. Okay, Saurabh, find turning angle. So finding turning angle is very difficult, because in static condition you may not able to get the maximum turning of the wheel. Okay, so I am telling you the other logic. What we have to do is, तो ये pivot center distance मिल जाने के बाद you assume that theta max and phi max, because this wheelbase is your wheelbase is L. Wheel track we don't know, we don't require right now. So this is wheel track is A and this is your B. So we know that pot phi minus pot theta is equals to B by L. Am I correct? Make the table, write down the serial number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and try to make the table where you say that कि theta at the maximum आपका 35 है, 35 से लेके you can say that it is 35.5, get the value of phi. Okay, so phi का value आपको इससे मिल जाएगा and try to find out the turning circle radius of inner front wheel, turning circle radius of outer front wheel, then turning circle radius of inner rear wheel, then turning circle radius of outer rear wheel. सर आपको क्या करना है कि ये सब आपको ये 35 से 35.5, 36 एंड ये सब वेरिएशन करते जाना है. ठीक है, तो यहां कहीं या आप इसको या ओके ठीक है, तो यहां से आप वेरिएशन करके जाना है सर. तो आपको एक टेबल मिलेगा, ये 60 तक के जाइएगा क्योंकि एक्सेल है, आप ऑल कैलकुलेशंस यू कैन डू दैट. You can feed the formulae for this. This formulae we have derived in our theory class. Please refer to that, those formulae, and try to make this Excel table. So will you able to make this? Sir, ये आप कर पाएंगे क्या? Okay, so this is the work which I expect you to complete till the next Friday. Okay, and once you complete this particular work, I will tell you that how to get the value of the turning circle radius, because now you have got so many combinations. So which is the true value of the turning circle radius, that you can find out. तो सर अगर इतना कैलकुलेशन किया तो देखते हैं सर कि कैसा होगा. एंड देयर इज नो रेस्ट्रिक्शन कि आप ये थीटा, यू कैन स्टार्ट दिस थीटा ऑलमोस्ट फ्रॉम नाउ ये सिर्फ याद रखना, थीटा प्लस फाई इज इक्वल टू 70 डिग्री. ये थीटा आप नीचे से भी स्टार्ट कर सकते हो. दैट मींस यू कैन स्टार्ट थीटा फ्रॉम लेट अस से 32 डिग्रीज. यहां से भी आप कैलकुलेशन स्टार्ट करके देख सकते हो. एंड देन सम ऑफ द रीडिंग्स व्हिच आर नॉट वैलिड, then you can neglect that, but you can make the Excel sheet and make that Excel sheet available with you, so that when we will meet next time, I will tell you that how to select the turning circle radius from this particular table. I will explain you the complete procedure. तो सर सिर्फ आप इतना determine phi, how to determine theta, and then that will complete your 2 practicals. यानी ये पहला तो स्पेसिफिकेशन लेना है और दूसरा जो है ये आपने कैलकुलेशन करके रख देने हैं and get the required information from the internet or from the actual measurement. And if you face any problem, please feel free to interact with me. Okay, so this is what is I expect from you people. Okay, anybody is having any difficulty as far as the groups are concerned or vehicle model is concerned? सर अगर सिंपल व्हीकल मॉडल लेते हो तो आपको ज्यादा सुविधा होगी. इफ यू सिलेक्ट द हाईफाई मॉडल एंड द मॉडल विच इज जिसका डेटा कम अवेलेबल है तो इस केस में आपको थोड़ी सी मशक्कत करनी पड़ेगी. सो चॉइस इज yours, but please do it, and this way we are going to decide the turning circle radius of the vehicle and will match with the actual वो manufacturer ने कितना दिया है तो उसमें से हम लोग थीटा एंड फाई निकाल सकते हैं. So that is what is the information from my side. So please do this one. So over from my side, if you have any questions, please do ask. सर किसी को कुछ क्वेश्चंस है क्या? तो सर मैं ये फाइल आपको शेयर कर देता हूं कि आपको एग्जैक्टली क्या क्या चाहिए करके. what is the data you will be required to collect. once you get this data तो सर आराम से प्रैक्टिकल करेंगे, कोई ऐसा इशू नहीं है. आपने एक्सेल में किया, एक्सेल में भी आपने एक्सेल का प्रिंट आउट लेके आपके पास रख दिया एंड दैट यू कैन यूज इट फॉर योर जर्नल सबमिशन. सो ये सब सर कलेक्ट करते जाओ लेकिन सिक्वेंशियली कि एज इफ यू आर राइटिंग. ठीक है. सो ओवर फ्रॉम माय साइड, इफ यू हैव एनी क्वेश्चन प्लीज डू आस्क. सर किसी को कुछ क्वेश्चन है? If you don't have any question, then you can leave the meeting. If you have any question, please do ask. Over from my side.